It's cool.
What's up, y'all? It's another episode of SEATL podcast. It's your boy Tris Miller, and you already know the rest of the gang, the rest of the crew. My brothers, I love them to death. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves like always, though. To my right, I got
Uncle OG in the house. SEATL's finest, baby.
you already know. Across from me, I got
It's just weird, LJ.
And initials match.
and literally across from me, I got.
Drew Poppy.
Hey, you already know. You already know. So shit, you know how we do. We're just gonna kick it off. All right, let's do it. So what we talking about?
Well, we don't want, I mean, I guess we would start out talking about how hard Drake shit is.
Oh my god, bro.
Scary Hours, 3 tracks.
All three.
Scary hours, scary bars.
All three.
All three is I fuck with the
What's
one.
the hardest one?
Oh, hey man.
The one with Lil Baby.
Yeah, the one with Lil Baby. Yeah.
The one with Lil Baby.
Come on,
But
man.
not because of Lil Baby. I like it because it has a hook.
I don't know. I think
I like the
Drake kind of started off kind of choppy for me. I didn't really like how his flow at the beginning.
Oh, you did?
He was
It
on
was
top.
cool.
It was on top beat. It was on beat for a second.
He was off. I'm pretty sure it was some artistic shit.
Of
That
course,
I
of
can't
course.
hear it. Cool, whatever. Drake, shout out. But all I'm saying is, Lil Baby came in straight when it was his turn from the beginning to the end. Snap.
He really did. What's crazy is I knew this shit was gonna happen. If you look on your Instagram feed, like the last 2 days, start looking for niggas' captions. Them bitches
100%.
are all Drake lyrics. That Lil Baby shit where he was like, I ain't the GOAT, but I fit the description.
Right.
I done seen like 3 or 4 niggas' captions with that shit already.
I already got pictures lined up.
See what I mean?
I'm a caption dude. Come on now. You gotta say some of your captions. Don't just post a bitch. I hate that.
I feel that.
Say something.
That's facts.
Time
But
story
for
too.
real shit, the hardest one on that little 3 album EP or whatever is more Rick Ross.
It's cool. It's cool.
It's cool. And I had to re-listen to it.
Don't have me.
I had to re-listen to it. Oh, go ahead.
No.
No, I was just saying. He said.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I had to re-listen to it because when I first heard it, I heard it last when I played all three. So like first two were basically hype shit, and then I heard that and I was like, I guess it just fucked my mood up. So I heard it again by itself. It did snap, but I don't know.
Their
man.
wordplay, they're honestly undefeated together.
Yeah.
Rick Ross and Drake are undefeated
They
together.
got Austin Martin music. Yeah, they have.
I mean, they got a lot of experience.
They
Yeah.
got
They're Kobe and Shaq.
They
bro.
run the
Club Paradise
hip hop industry.
because it's like they always
Yeah.
kill it.
They run the streaming algorithms.
For sure.
Like any videos that I
Especially
watch, when I just randomly watch my YouTube videos, because all I watch is YouTube, y'all. I'll pick. It might be, it might be the video from Torey Lanez. But next thing you know, second, third video, it's always Rick Ross.
Right. Facts.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? So they're in the algorithm. But what's crazy though about that situation is when Nipsey died, like I swear I couldn't watch 2 videos and then without a Nipsey video popping up. But Nipsey don't pop up no more.
You just gonna find a way to get there.
So
They get money somehow, my shot.
that's the number. But yeah, whoever comes up in the algorithms, that's who's getting paid in the game. That's right.
Yeah, which is crazy. But for some reason, it's always something stupid. Like, for example, if you get on TikTok and like hashtag ABCDEFG or some shit like that, it'll deadass put your shit like to the top. You'll end up getting hella views off that.
I didn't know that though.
I tried it. I got hella views off that.
Oh, what, on TikTok you said?
I got like 8,000 views on one of my videos.
For real?
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
What are you doing in that video?
Something stupid. It was like a song, and in the video you're supposed to like match the numbers with your fingers.
That's right.
So I did that shit and hashtag like ABCDEFG, and then it was like ZYXWZ or whatever the fuck, and that shit ended up having like 86 or 8,700 views.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, tagging everything up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So, I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, I think the one with Lil Baby is the hardest. But a lot of people don't like that verse though. What, what's next or some shit?
What? He
cool.
killed
It's
that.
like something
It's
sweet.
hard.
He killed
Even the
that.
video's
It's
hard.
like the video's cool. I mean,
I think it's a good starter.
I like how you have
And
to
then I
name
think
it back
the
then.
next two songs really
Hell no.
That first one.
Yeah.
That nigga said, all I did was rest.
When I first heard it, I was like, that's
that
really
was
good.
going
When that
crazy.
second one came and then the next one came, I said, okay, I like the way it flows.
Yeah. I fucked with it. I fucked with it.
I
That
think that.
nigga said, Valentine's Day I had sex. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That kid's
Okay.
going crazy, bro. Oh my
It's
God.
And he got a video for this.
He got a video. The video's dope.
The video's
Yeah, the video's dope. He got the little heart in his little.
little part.
That's
Corey
filthy, bro.
I'm about to
sponsoring
say,
the
Every
Chrome Hearts.
nigga with a hairline, I think all y'all niggas need to do it. Like, you need to do
Man,
that
I
shit,
wish,
bro.
man.
I
I
might.
wish.
That
I
shit
miss
is
my haircut days, man.
No
Go with
cap.
Unc had hair.
Yes, bro.
I'm like, pull up.
Speaking like,
I'm about to say,
I have-
I'm about to pull up
I'm
a
in the same
picture.
boat.
Yeah, for real. All of us, bro. Fuck it.
That's all good. Fuck it.
Yeah, shit.
speaking of hearts, like
our beers.
I see you, Drizzy, always repping the Chrome Hearts. I mean, I fuck with Chrome Hearts. It's a little hype for no reason, but I mean, obviously because you did it. But anyway,
I don't know
That's
what
that-
Hearts is, but
Chrome Heart? Oh, that shit that
Yeah.
Uzi and them be talking about?
Yeah.
Uzi and Dre?
Yeah.
The little heart on the team?
oh, that's
That
just
shit kinda
Nah, it's
Yeah,
not
that
a
shit
heart,
kinda-
bro. It's a cross.
Huh?
It's a cross. They're crosses.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's crosses. But it's all good.
Oh, shit.
Nah, you
Oh,
good,
shit.
you good, you good.
I mean, I don't give a fuck.
Hey,
I don't rock that shit.
Yeah.
Them shits cost like the hoodies like $600.
Did anybody see you saw the Instagram post for Little Baby? That shit we had on the Dior and All Stars.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
shit, I'll go All Stars and new cars.
Yeah.
No,
Wait,
we
he's
can't.
back on IG again?
Yeah.
Oh, word? Okay.
Yeah, his little outfit was clean.
Yeah.
And he had on a t-shirt, all I said was Dior, but you just know that shit was $600.
Easy.
Little baby parties out. Anyway.
Tap, but yeah, so
Second.
All right, so so check this out. Out of all three of those, it's Torey Lanez new one,
Playboy.
I guess.
I
Is
ain't
it
gonna
better
lie,
than any of those?
I'm putting you onto it. I fuck with Torey. You already know.
I haven't heard it.
I'm a Torey Lanez fan.
Yeah,
Yeah, for real. I got.
I'm all the way Torey for real.
I'm just not finding out about it. Goddamn.
I'll be honest, it's good.
It's very R&B and
but
slow.
it sounds very similar to his last album.
Oh, so it's Heat.
It
But
kind
what-
of runs together.
Oh, so it's Heat.
But which
All
one?
right.
Daystar
But not saying that-
or sorry,
That's
fuck
what,
that.
go ahead.
No, which one? Daystar or what's the one he just dropped?
That's my point. Like things kind of run
Loner
together.
or Loner.
That's what I'm
Loner
saying.
was
Things are
cool.
like running together.
But he,
Whatever
that's
he's
because he
talking
put
about,
them
Megan
back
Thee
to
Stallion.
back.
That's Daystar.
He
That's
put
the
them
day
bitches
story.
back to
Okay,
back.
so yeah.
He did
It sounds similar as far as, but like I didn't remember. I can't remember the last time I listened to that album.
Yeah.
I only remember albums when they first, like, a few days they come out.
Right.
And that's kind of like this whole streaming thing.
Right.
That's why I was saying earlier. I think that it's cool, like with this Drake album, like how it's just 3 songs. Because it's like, you know, the days of like listening to like 12, 15 songs are it's kind of different now because everything is streamed and ran together. So it's like when you have just like 3 songs, you kind of chop that up and you drop those like every 3-4 months. I think like that's the way like master.
That's only because niggas these days attention spans are this
Well, that's
long.
what that's what I'm saying. So
In the
you have to
80s,
adapt
yeah.
to
Gotta
the
give that
times.
mustard.
In the
He said
80s, you had
Oh,
songs that
yeah,
were
you know
running
that.
7-8 minutes.
Yeah.
I used to
And
listen to
niggas
a
would sit
CD
and
for a
listen
whole
the
year.
whole
Yeah.
song.
You know what I'm saying? Like we used to wait a whole year for the next album to come
Yeah.
out. You feel me?
Real.
Especially like with the Outkast albums from
Of
ATL.
course.
Shout out to ATL.
Southern
Man,
classic.
all man, ATLians, Southern Playlistic Cadillac
There we
music.
go.
Speaker box?
Speaker box.
That was crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Speaker box?
Yeah, what?
You guys had a run.
Equipment
Artist
Line.
out.
Aquemini, of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
The only album of theirs that I didn't like was the one with the movie shit that they did.
Oh, I don't
Yeah, I didn't
that
like
shit
one.
was
I
fire.
didn't like that.
And for real, where does Andre 2000 rank? I honestly think he's top 10.
Top 10.
See,
All time.
I
I think Andre's top
get
10.
it, but I feel like I hate when people try to play the OG Big Boy.
Big
Bro.
Boy.
He's just as good, bro. He can spit with
Oh,
these niggas
Big Boy,
too.
Big Boy's
Yeah,
It-
he
it's just
can. Big
how
Boy's
Andre-
filthy,
it's
but
just how
Andre
Andre
is.
did
That was just how
It's just how Andre grew.
Andre's
That's
Andre's style is made him a
He's a
little more
unicorn,
memorable, and I think it's more the visual style and whatnot. You know,
It
Big Boy
is.
always kept it hip hop. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Andre's
And,
more like artistic.
And yeah, so but I think really what put Andre made him the most memorable was that Love Below. That was like one of my favorite albums for the longest. Like that Love Below, the speaker
was
box
like
Love
that
Below.
album,
That
that
joint
pack.
was tight.
Yeah.
That joint was tight because it was totally different at the time. He had a whole different sound.
Yeah, that was top tier.
He was singing, he was rapping, like you could not put that album in a box. Like I used to talk to this little honey back in the day from Tacoma, and like that was our little joint.
Compton.
Yeah, that was. Shout out to Kenny if you out there.
Dang.
Okay.
Oh, you gonna throw it out there like that?
Hey,
Dude, hey.
Yeah, honestly, Kenny probably married and got.
That was Kimmy, not
Oh.
Kenny.
Oh no, but I'm saying, you know,
Let me
you know,
make
a
that
girl's
clear.
name like Kennedy.
It wasn't Kenny. It was Kimmy.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Right.
a girl's got names like Kennedy and stuff. So I mean, hey, you never know.
It could be
Yeah.
by
Yeah, but her name was Kim.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Kims. So. Shout out to the Kims.
For sure. I wanted to say something about the Torey shit, I think. It was very, yeah, that was what I was gonna say. This new one, Playboy, is very like, you could tell he kind of, what they call it, tapped or pegged on Drake's Take Care. Because a couple songs he has sounding like, he
It's
took
like a movie.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
Okay,
is
okay.
It's supposed to be like a
Niggas are
soundtrack
getting
for a movie.
creative.
What movie with this Playboy did?
Yeah.
Niggas are
What
getting
movie,
creative.
I think he's working on like some type
A
of
film?
movie script.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
I
trying
still
to
want-
take that path like 50 of like writing scripts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, oh, go ahead now. You got it.
I still want to see the shit that Pop
I
Smoke
was about to
had.
say. That was,
I don't even know what it's called.
It's a movie?
yeah, it's,
Yeah,
good.
but
It's with an Asian dude.
The little Asian dude that's trying
He
to make it to the
ball.
league.
Right.
Oh, Boogie.
Yeah.
Boogie. Okay. Yeah,
Oh, is
yeah,
it?
okay,
Did that
yeah.
come out?
It did. It came on Friday. I didn't watch it
Oh.
yet. It's on HBO Max.
I didn't post
Niggas want to
it.
be Linsanity so bad.
They gotta be someone. He had to inspire somebody.
That's crazy.
I guess. I gotta get off the phone.
Nah, everybody
I'm
wants.
talking to the editor. My fault.
I'm working right now. I'm working.
Yeah, always working.
My phone to make
We
money
working
moves.
Hey.
Shit, hold on. There was another album though. I know you were talking about it. Bruno Mars.
Oh, boom.
It's a single. my
It's a
fault.
single right now, but they about to. It's an album hosted by the group that Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, who
Yeah, I don't know. What
the group.
Make sure they see the have
I
that.
know, they gotta make sure they read that. You gotta turn that shit to the
And
side.
that's a
Yeah,
clean look
for real,
over
though.
here, bro. I like the shades and everything.
Oh, I appreciate that. I honestly
this
forgot
guy's
I
such
had
a
the shades
trendsetter
on.
over here, man. That's that big
For the
Drew
light.
Poppy over here, though. Big old Drew Poppy. What are you doing? Drew Poppy in the house.
I'm
He
dead.
sound like Mike Tyson, okay, when he just said that.
Drew Poppy.
Yeah, the way he
Yeah.
Do I have a little bits in my shit?
He's good. But yeah, no, it's the group. So Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars, they're from the group is called Silk Sonic, I think. Hold on.
Silk Sonic, that name is kind of, I don't know why the name is
I
dope,
mean,
but it
those are
kind of
both
sounds dope.
some
Silk
dope
Sonic.
artists.
Yeah,
though.
Silk Sonic.
Like,
But
you
yeah,
listen to both of them. They go
I
fast.
really listen to Anderson .Paak.
Anderson
like-
.Paak, his album was crazy.
bro, his
Was
Tiny
it?
Desk. Freestyle, the album was super crazy.
The album was crazy.
I forgot the name of the city where it's
Yeah.
from. He didn't know that. But the Tiny Desk shit
What's that?
was fire.
Filthy? Oh,
Filthy.
shit.
It's a good vibe. Right?
It's a good vibe, bro. It's like it's some
Right,
good
clean
shit.
the, clean the
Oh,
house
it's
to
like
that
feel-
shit.
Oh, it's like feel good music.
Yeah,
type shit?
feel good,
Oh,
right?
okay, okay.
Yeah, him and Bruno make the same type of music in different ways,
They do.
but them together,
I like Bruno.
that album,
Oh, I love
that
Bruno.
album's gonna be crazy.
And that's what
I'm
I'm
not gonna
talking
lie, Bruno Mars is not my favorite person.
I mean, he's my favorite person, but he's dope. He
I
dope.
like Bruno.
Bruno Mars isn't gonna get no play in my car. I mean,
I
he's
won't
not
play
gonna
him in the
care.
car.
He definitely won't give a shit, but
But I will at a bar, touch tunes. I will play some Bruno Mars.
I'll play at family reunions. I want to get my family hyped.
I'll touch tune. I'll play. I'll put some Bruno Mars in a playlist.
in Hawaii, that dude is
Oh,
like,
royalty.
yeah, that dude's fucking royalty in Hawaii. And I hate that. Because he's there all the time. And then you can't even drive. Already, it's 2 hours to drive anywhere in Hawaii. As soon as he touched down on the island, the whole island like shut down. Like all the streets shut down.
I never been to Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean, I used to live there, but
Yeah.
all the streets just shut down.
One of my favorite
So I'll be like,
flights
oh,
is from
damn.
Hawaii. Shout out to TT. Hey, TT.
That boy is dropping them today.
TT, do you
It'd
love
be like,
me?
it'd be like Bruno Mars is here or Obama is here, like one of the two.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm about to
It might be
kick
Kiki.
on.
But anyway, I feel you.
Yeah.
But nah, it's called The Door Open. It's just fire. He got that old Blue Magic, Jackson 5 feel. If y'all know that music, I know.
Yeah.
But
I'm giving him Jackson 5.
well, I was gonna say something about him. Fuck, what was it? Oh yeah, I want to talk about like how y'all feel. This is a little off topic, but how y'all feel about people coming at him because they're trying to say like Bruno's cultural appropriating like our music, our black music. But I'm like, it's not, bro. Like the
He
dude.
does. You want to be Michael Jackson so bad?
But
No, I can't say that because a lot of people say that about Chris Brown, want to be Michael Jackson so bad. Those are just people that you
Yeah, but
inspire
that's
by.
different. Yeah, but that's completely different.
Nah, he inspired by Michael Jackson. I'm inspired by other
nationality
artists.
is Bruno Mars?
Bruno, I believe, is Philippine
What do you
wine.
mean?
I think.
But that's
Or-
different.
I don't
Both
know
are
what his
different.
nationality is.
I know he's
Okay, what is Bruno Mars? What is he?
He's supposed to be Hawaiian.
He might be.
Hawaiian, like,
So he
could
got
have- he could have
Hawaiian
black in his
with some
nationality.
soul in him.
You know?
He got soul in him.
But
Yeah, you do. I mean,
What's
no
the-
one's taking that
Or
from
even
him.
if he's Hispanic. I mean,
but
we're still
how come these TikTok fucking
They're appropriating too. We
Exactly.
definitely don't give
They
them a
wanna be
pass
black.
either. We definitely
Really?
do not give them a pass either.
Okay. Yeah, cause I hate when he's like.
We
just
give,
say,
but
when
we
he
give,
like,
but we give
kids
Bieber, we give Bieber a pass.
I give Bieber.
No.
I fuck with Bieber because he did.
No.
I like Bieber though.
I fuck with because
Usher
he,
was
He's
his
cool. He's
mentor.
a savage, but
he on
And
his
Usher's
he
his
made-
mentor.
Right, facts. Shout out to Scooter Braun too. But he made a post on IG about like when the whole George Floyd stuff was going on. He was like, I know like I wouldn't be here without black influence and stuff like that. He was pretty
So
dope.
Usher was his mentor.
You're right. But yeah, I just feel like this generation, man, basically what I'm saying, I feel like this generation is getting, I hate to say it, but soft. It's just
Yes,
too
facts.
soft, man. Like,
100%. Very sensitive.
it's very sensitive.
Very
We
sensitive.
cannot talk
Politically
about
correct.
yes,
Matter of
and we
fact.
can like
Let's talk about it.
we it's just
Let's
like,
talk about this political correctness that is just so
but on
standard.
But on the topic of being
I can
soft,
cut
like, did
you out
y'all
on
know
the
that
knives.
like some Dr. Seuss books have stopped
facts
being like
because
printed because all this is
saw
like
that.
offensive.
Some
To me,
racist
like,
shit.
but like growing up
But
as
we didn't
yeah,
think twice
but like
about
as
it.
a
though.
kid,
Think about that.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
It was
As a
some-
kid, you don't think about that. But like reading shit like that, like you grow up thinking like, damn, like people look like that are supposed to act like that
You know what?
because all the books I've read growing up tell me they're supposed to act like that.
Let's talk.
Nah, it's a kid book. It's supposed to be for kids. Let them imagine. When you older, then you
That's
understand.
what
Yeah, don't read
that's
that shit.
exact-
It's not for you.
That's exactly what I mean. You imagine that. So you're imagining, like, for example, I can't remember which book it was, but one of the Dr. Seuss books, he had like a depiction of Native Americans as like savages and like
My family's
Un-
Native American.
Exactly, mine too.
We're,
yeah,
a lot of
uneducated
us
people.
don't
So like
understand that.
as
A lot
a
of us,
kid,
black folks, are the true
Yeah.
Native Americans.
so like as
That's
a
another
kid,
topic.
you do that. You like read books like that, and you're like, damn, like Native Americans in this book are savages. Like, so maybe all of them are savages in real life. Like,
Right.
so then you grow up thinking that.
So,
Shout out to No Jumper. We did not. I saw the episode. We didn't take this from him, but we talking about it too. But shout out to No Jumper.
Oh, they talk about that shit too.
But-
Shit. So that's how you know some real shit.
So
Yeah, they talk
so
about
we talking about offended. What offends me is that something that I just recently saw Joe Biden get on TV and say, and I find it super offensive. And y'all let me know what y'all think. But Joe Biden gets on there and he's talking about how black and Hispanic people don't have internet.
I saw that shit about the voting shit.
Like, come on, we all got cell phones,
Yeah.
man. How are we still running around here getting labeled like we don't have
Right.
internet?
He said
and
some
all
slick
this?
shit. He said if you ain't black,
But we
you
don't
can't
say
vote
nothing.
for
But
being
we
black.
don't say nothing about
Okay,
this.
what?
Like it bugs
He
me.
said if you're not black, you're not. If you
If
don't vote for me, you're not
ain't
black.
That's
I'm
what he
like,
said on
what's
the
up,
Breakfast
shit?
Club, and
Yeah,
nobody
yeah,
corrected him.
Exactly.
Oh,
And then this
okay.
guy gonna get on TV recently and say how black people and brown people don't have internet.
What?
When everybody got a cell phone, which is always connected to the cloud and everything
Like
else.
white people ain't got poor shit too.
I mean, you know what I mean? But I just
I
don't
know.
get that. You know what I mean? Like
I'm gonna be
how
careful.
you gonna
And
get on
the
there
air
and
will
say,
need that shit.
I wish I could show the video. Like, it's
I'm gonna be
ridiculous.
careful though, cause I don't want that nigga send the IRS or something like that. But like, I'm kidding. But
Joe
Yeah, that's
Biden
crazy.
just looks like a racist white
Yeah.
dude. I don't
He
know how everybody was talking about Trump was a racist. Now, when I was growing up, Trump was like, he was never
He was
considered a
the
racist,
guy.
but he was the guy. Mike
every
Tyson
rapper
talked
talking
about
about
Trump,
all the
talking about
rappers.
Trump.
It's true.
Man, and you know what I'm saying? Like, even when Ray Schmur came out with it, their song was Up Like Trump,
Yeah.
right?
I remember that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, so that's what I'm like, man. And then, but everyone accepts Joe Biden. Like, oh, this guy's not
I
racist.
think that's just different because then he was cool. Like when he first got in office, I was like, okay, like Trump, cool, whatever. Then he started doing some crazy shit. Like he really
I didn't
started
vote
like
for Trump either, but I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like, how does no one not any
Me
say
neither,
anything
but-
about Joe Biden? That's my point. Like if
We just
Trump's
worried
racist,
about getting trouble.
like ain't nobody saying shit. Don't nobody got
Trump
shit
couldn't
to say about this motherfucker.
It was
Joe
more
Biden.
about Trump couldn't stay.
Yeah,
People win.
honestly,
This guy's
honestly, I
hair
think-
is white.
I think it's more of like people really fuck with Kamala. It's more people fuck with
And
Kamala.
she ain't black.
Yeah, she ain't. I mean, she half.
She's like half.
She's not half. Her husband's white.
Yeah, her husband's white. That don't mean shit.
So
Her
I was
parents
I was going.
Yeah, whatever connection.
I'm just gonna leave it there, but
But yeah, she's
but
like
if-
black and Indian or
Yeah,
something.
so-
so Indian, yeah, like, not Native American. Yeah,
So-
Indian, Asian, yeah.
both I got 3 children, y'all, and the mothers of my children are both white, but I get castrated by the same people that will sit here and support Kamala Harris and say she's black. Those same people will sit up there and tell me that my kids are half black or you know, they ain't black.
Yeah.
But they'll just go ahead and say this whole, and that's even family members. They'll sit up there and be like, oh,
That's a whole.
this
Yeah,
woman, she's black.
That's a taboo. We'll speak. We have to speak about that.
Yeah, so
yeah, that's.
but I'm just gonna say that.
No, for sure.
Yeah, but that's really facts.
I don't remember why we even got that deep into
I forgot
the whole thing.
Well, we talking about Dr. Seuss.
That shit is quick.
Yeah, we're talking about offensive comments.
Yeah,
Is what I was saying. I was like, I'm
yeah.
offended by Joe Biden sitting there saying that black people don't got the internet. We've been on the internet for 20 plus years.
Yeah. So okay, so how y'all feel about Texas and? No, I'll make
Shit,
it.
I say we take a little weekend trip.
Thank you.
When we go down there, huh?
Hey,
Yeah,
Texas,
we're trying to go to
hey,
Houston.
give
We're
me
trying
a
to go to
ticket.
Houston open.
Hey, I ain't been to
Houston
Houston.
got the club. Exactly. I've never been to Houston.
I've only been to the airports in Texas, both Dallas and, matter of fact, when I went to DR last year, I spent the night at the Dallas airport.
The airport's
slept there.
hella
Yeah,
nice.
it's
Yeah,
nice.
hella
I
nice.
slept there. Yeah,
Huh?
so, but I've only been to the airports in Texas. Is my whole point.
I was saying I would get caught in the airports in Texas.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, that's our homie. You want to say your name or
Oh
no?
yeah, shout out to our boy.
Cooley.
Shout out to our boy Cooley.
We
Yeah,
got
he in the
Cooley, we got
background.
Cooley in the house. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Hey,
For real.
He came back from 2 months.
The first
Yeah.
producer we got.
come on.
Yeah, gone forever.
Cameraman and everything else. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'm just doing what I need to do. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
hey, man, can you grab me a drink, man?
I ain't doing all that.
I'm dead.
But I should send me to Mississippi. I go to Tupelo. I love Tupelo. I mean, sorry, I do like Tupelo. I got in a car accident there, but
I love Tupelo.
I meant to
died
say
over there.
Tunica.
You said Tupelo. I don't know that was a word. What you talking about?
That's
Like,
where
you drinking
I never
that's
heard
where
that
Ray
part.
that's where Ray Strimmer Elvis is from. And,
Elvis
yeah,
from Mississippi.
From Mississippi.
Oh, yeah.
Born and raised. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that shit.
And Diplo, the producer, he was born there too.
Are you dead ass?
My kid-
Diplo?
he moved to Miami
that make
later
the most
on.
fire beats.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
Obviously. Oprah.
Oh,
we done round him up now. Shout out to him, Daniel.
Hey,
But,
yeah, but
Oprah got
okay.
Missy released too now.
I was in San
I got-
Antonio.
background. I ain't on the
I
camera.
was in San Antonio and I couldn't do shit in San Antonio like the first 4 months I was there because COVID stopped everything. So I went to one club in San Antonio that was lit, and then everything started dying.
Wow, I ain't never been nowhere out there.
yeah. I've never been to Texas. Period. Yeah.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, maybe I was in the wrong spot in San Antonio, but it was no bad bitches over there.
For real.
I heard the
None.
loudest spot now.
I heard.
Austin or something.
Yeah, I went to Austin.
I think
Nothing but
Austin.
bad bitches over there.
Yeah.
And they like
Nothing about
45 minutes from each other.
Austin, Dallas, Houston,
El Paso.
Yeah.
El Paso. I met a chick from LTD from El Paso.
Oh, word?
Like in the summertime. or something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
But it's just crazy because San Antonio is like the 7th or 8th largest city like in America.
Where?
Yeah.
I mean, it's right there by the border.
Spurs.
San Antonio's
That's why the
big as
Spurs
hell.
got out of the
Facts,
championships.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they do got. Yeah, they got a good team.
Oh yeah.
But shout out to Tunica, Mississippi. Best casino. But Memphis is like 30 minutes away from it.
Oh
So
shit.
we used to gamble during the night at Bill Street in Memphis. It's lit.
I feel that.
That's crazy.
California is supposed to open their amusement parks and stuff in April.
Or
Yeah, I read that on the
So
news.
they're not
the
on
other day.
lockdown no more. They've been off lockdown for a minute.
I mean, I think they
it's still
still,
lockdown.
some of their stuff is still closed. It's pretty much like here, stuff is at
in phase 2.
25 or 50% capacity or whatever.
right.
But honestly, it's way too it's hella money being made here, but it's like a different kind of money being made in Cali, where you need to have a lot of people in places.
Facts.
So it's different. I feel like it's different there. So they gotta have shit open up. Like we don't have Disney World here, so it doesn't matter. But there they got Disney World. That's a huge moneymaker for like the state of California.
Yeah.
So they gotta have that shit open. I feel like.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
So how y'all feel about them actually like taking the mask off? Is it too early, or do we need to take our mask off, or what should be the next step for other states?
I'm gonna try to stop being politically correct all the time. Like it's like this. Like COVID, yes, it's a very serious situation. It's cool, well, it's not cool, but you know. Yes, people are dying, but yes, numbers getting better. But
people was dying before.
For some facts,
COVID.
Facts. I'll let you end it on in a minute. But do I agree with it? If I was talking to the average person, no, because I think it's whatever. But me personally, I don't have a problem with it. That's what they want to do. I mean, the way I look at it, like the dude's looking out for his people, like kind of what Jordan did. Like we're gonna have shit. Like like we need money. Sometimes, but I think the real issue is, it's when you say that, but you still got people in Texas without power during that snow shit, and you got Ted Cruz ass going to Mexico with his family.
Yeah,
that's when I get a little iffy about shit.
Texas doesn't have power because
They off the
Texas
grid.
wants to be on their own fucking grid.
Yes.
So if you want to be on your own goddamn grid and your grid cut off, I don't know what to tell you. They sent hella money for y'all to fix y'all shit. I don't know what else you want. Like, do you want us to come down there with batteries?
that's why Buddy probably was like, "Hey, we could really figure this out if you wanted to." Yeah. That's why I'm taking my ass to Mexico.
Right.
But for real,
I
I was looking on Twitter. I think he went for something for like his son or something like that.
Or
Yeah,
okay.
So I think I don't think he
If
just
that's
like
the case,
went to
then
Mexico like
just
to
go.
get away from them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I think because I scrolled past something on Twitter like he went to do something with his son, like pick his son up or something. 'Cause his son, I guess his son was with his grandma or some shit like that. But I don't know. That might be totally wrong.
Even if that's true, he's still probably like, "Shit, and we got power over here too." Shit.
Right.
Yeah,
Facts,
and
facts.
it's
Plus,
Facts.
we're getting this warm weather. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, plus it's warm.
Facts.
I feel that.
So you want
I'm
to
with
about
it.
it?
So let me speak about it. So definitely for me, I'm all in. Yeah, no more masks. Great. I think we're coming up on a year since our governor mandated mandatory masks here in Washington. Because I remember I posted something on Facebook and it said it was in April. So I think we're about a month away from a year away from that. My take on the masks in themselves is it's been a year. Everyone's been complying wearing masks, and yet the virus has continued to grow. People have continued to die. It's continued to expand. It's continued to keep doing what it's doing. So, what was the point of the mask?
That's the only thing. That's the only thing that
I mean, if they prevented anything, like, then why aren't we talking about how the virus is just totally stopped spreading? Because everyone's complied with the mask mandates worldwide and countrywide. So how is it that you got mandating masks and then, okay, well, the virus continued to spread, and then, all right, now they're saying, okay, no more masks in these certain places, and now there's people like, oh, that's just the wrong thing to do, it's too soon, and this and that. Like, it doesn't make sense. And there was an episode I watched of Judge Judy, like, years ago. And Judge Judy said, when something doesn't make sense, then more than likely, it's a lie. And I believe it.
I mean,
And I believe it. And
what do you say about that? I mean, what do you say about
you know what I'm saying? That, hey, if I told y'all right now that, hey, you know what I'm saying, like, my barber's been out of town for the last 3 years, that's why I got a bald head.
Yeah.
That's why my head's bald. Like, bro, you just started growing your hair. Your barber disappeared for 3 years. Like, shit, that don't really make no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm lying.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So,
I see it as like,
you get my point? Because that's a lie, folks. I don't have a barber. I'm my barber.
Yeah.
And no, my shit don't grow no more. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's a fucking lie. Like,
It's just different. Like like the point of a mask in a hospital is to keep that motherfucker on all the time. So like you go to a restaurant, you wear a mask in the restaurant, like to get in, sit down, take it off, talk, bullshit. And then like when you stand up, you have
You
to
gotta
put
put your mask on to go to the bathroom.
The air down in your seat and the air standing up is the
Yeah,
same.
Yeah.
So the
You gotta-
same,
you
yeah,
gotta- you
the
gotta-
same exposure I got at the table is standing up.
And then you got a capacity limit. But I go to Fred Meyer. I've been going to Fred Meyer since this whole COVID thing has started.
Yeah.
Fred Meyer lets everybody in there because Fred Meyer's freaking huge. Yeah, you wear a mask, but okay, we got all these people at Fred Meyer lined up. Everything else, hey, some places you can socially distance.
Yeah.
A lot of places you can't. But man, heard of reports about everybody coming down with COVID from Fred Meyer, Costco, and all the other places that you shop on a regular basis.
What really kills me is when people sneeze, like take their mask down to sneeze. That blows my mind.
Yeah.
Absolutely blows
What's
my
the
mind.
point of this?
People will have a mask on and they be like,
And then take your well, you can cover it up
like,
right.
bitch, what the fuck? That shit be pissing me.
I ain't even seen that. That's hilarious.
And my girlfriend be getting so mad at me. She's like, why are you getting so mad at them? Because that's stupid. That's pure stupidity.
And the people
That's
who put this shit
yeah.
in place is laughing at the whole population because they're like, yeah, we got to control everybody because they just are politically correct and they'll just do whatever we tell them to do.
Yeah, so now
With no questions.
I think it's
No critical thinking skills.
Yeah,
Zero.
last year it was cool. Like it was for a purpose, like to have a mask on. But now I feel like it's more of just like a courtesy thing, like for old people.
I watch a lot of YouTube. Okay, I watch a brother named Ace Live. Shout out to Ace Live. But he does all these tours in Colombia. I've been to Colombia. I've been to Colombia a few times. Go to Colombia, y'all. Beautiful place. Medellin,
Love
Cali, Bogota. Yeah, man. I went to Pablo's house. I'm going to pictures. But anyway, my boy Ace. This guy did this video where he was like up in the freaking mountains of Colombia. Like he was in the middle of nowhere. Like they had water coming down mountains and everything. Everybody was up there in a mask. And it was like 100 degrees. And I'm like, get out of here, man. COVID's there?
That man's crazy. That man said,
I was like, COVID's
he's
there.
not messing with him no more.
COVID's there.
That shit was crazy.
Oh yeah, if you get the vaccine, I cannot have any physical. I'm not kissing any girls. I'm definitely not having sex with any girls who gets the COVID vaccine because you have nanotechnology in your body. You do. It's called mRNA. Messenger RNA. I even got a PowerPoint that I can pull up from Moderna's website. That tells you straight up.
No, one state.
Hold on. I'm not. I was just gonna show one slide.
No, just
One
email
slide.
us. If you want to see it,
Hit him up on
email
Facebook, IG.
email us. We'll get it to him and we'll get it to you.
If you want some more,
And y'all work that out.
One slide.
Yeah.
I was gonna show one slide.
One state that I need to open up fully. I mean, I think it's still popping right now. It might be open. I might be wrong, but Arizona.
Arizona's pretty much open.
Because I need to get down there.
Arizona's basically open.
I need to get down to Arizona. I thought it was masked up, but it's free. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah. I'm trying to-
Well, let's talk about this last thing, man. Let's talk about since we're
All-Star
on vacation and shit. Yeah, let's talk about it.
All-Star weekend? Yeah,
All-Star
I'm with
weekend.
Where is
that.
that shit at though?
Atlanta.
Is it Atlanta? I heard Atlanta
My
say that
cousin just
shit.
posted that the cats is down there.
It's probably
And
live
somebody was
right
over there
now.
talking about, oh yeah, people are gonna get COVID. Like,
It's Atlanta been
all these
open.
lame people
Atlanta
that
been
don't do
open.
anything and are just antisocial, and then you didn't want to do nothing with anybody anyway. Like,
Yeah, Atlanta been open, so
just
shit.
die already.
You ain't gonna do nothing different.
You're just pathetic.
Yeah. Shit, I didn't know that.
This is
I heard
terrible.
Atlanta the
Like,
other day.
enjoy
but
life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't stand people who just don't like to have fun. And
The
enjoy
Karens in life.
You know what I mean? The Karens in life, yeah. But there's a lot of black Karens now.
Oh shit. I try not to let them even touch. Like, emotionally or like get to me mentally or anything.
It's just like
they're gonna be done. They're gonna be
ridiculous,
done.
You know what I mean? Like, man,
Yeah.
you're a moron if you ask me. And that's what I got to say. Yeah. Like and subscribe, y'all.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
But shit, that means baby gonna be there.
All-Star weekend.
All the people gonna be. Well, oh wait, how they gonna do it though? Can you let? Are they let? Because London not.
Yeah.
Well, London
Yeah,
are
they
letting
are.
people in the games. So London are
They're
letting people in the
definitely,
games.
they're definitely, that shit's gonna be packed.
Yeah, they gonna find a
fuck
way.
that.
They gonna be like,
Fuck that. That shit's gonna be packed.
yeah, they gonna find a way.
But All-Star weekend, Team LeBron's gonna be up by 40.
Yeah, did you see his team?
Well,
His team is
Their
stacked.
team is
Devin's hurt.
insane.
Devin's hurt, ain't he?
Devin, but he wasn't even a starter.
Hey,
What about Devin Booker?
Yeah.
Oh, he got hurt?
He got hurt too. It was crazy. He was replacement for
He
the
was a
hurt.
replacement. Yeah.
He was replacement for Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis got hurt.
Oh, for
Then they
real?
picked him. You know, they don't fuck with him like that, which is crazy. Shout out to Rope, you know, shit. But
Yeah, they just say he's like top. Him and Dame were like Damian Lillard.
they don't never get chosen for some
the
reason.
top two.
Yeah, but
disrespected
I think they're
Lillard.
like trying to find new people to make All-Stars. Because now they got like,
That's exactly what they're
they got niggas
Yeah,
like,
Seattle's,
like Julius Randle as an
That's
All-Star now.
exactly
Like,
what they're trying to
he's
do. Because ain't nobody
cold,
watching
he's
that
cold,
freaking
yes.
video game
But-
crap basketball with no fans. It's terrible.
I'm dead.
I'm not watching
They
it.
do have some random, like Julius Randle, like
There's nothing.
I used to
there's
hate this
nothing
game
watchable.
because it used to be
I
like
couldn't even
one on
motivated to
one.
even play that.
Like he'll never play team ball. He'll just
I
be
don't
like
even know how
one
that
on
young
one.
dudes even motivated to play that with like no fans.
That's
After
right. I
watching
thought
all
about
those
that.
games and all the
Thought about
fans
that.
and all that and
Maybe
the
on
crowd
that-
going crazy and last minute shots and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah,
And,
adrenaline
and then
rush.
and all that. And then
Nah.
all of a sudden, then you get to the league and you got a bunch of teammates and you got some cardboard cutouts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
probably
mean, it's-
crazy
I mean,
to think
I
about.
don't care how many
It's
millions you're
different,
paying me. Like,
That's
what
probably
is
crazy to
this?
think about, bro. Like walking on the court,
Yeah, I'd be like, man, what is
Yeah.
this?
walking on the court with
Yeah.
no
And
fans.
that's the same thing. They got all those cats where they playing no mask and they're fine, no
Yeah.
COVID. As soon as they gonna sit down, it's the same in the bar, right? They gotta put a mask on.
Yeah, I
Can't
don't
tell you.
know.
Fuck out of here.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
Team KD probably would have had a chance if KD was playing.
Who's on his team? I don't know who's on his team. I know LeBron's team, but I don't know his team.
I mean, he got James Harden. He got James
Oh,
Harden. I know
yeah.
James.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
James gonna do his thing.
But he picked Kyrie first pick.
Yeah,
So he got his team on his team.
yeah.
They all
It's
starting.
Him, Kyrie, James. Is Jaylen Brown with LeBron or KD?
KD.
Just look it up on what's it called? What's it called?
Close that, Katie. Alright, whatever.
That's
I'm telling you.
That's all good.
Yeah, but it really don't matter because like LeBron's team, and he got like
LeBron's
the
team is
juggernauts of
I mean,
every
let's
position.
Him,
They are-
Giannis, and Steph.
I mean, it's a cherry.
They're both
picker
gonna have
game
30
anyway,
each.
bro. Let's just be real. Like, it's just a cherry picker game.
Yeah.
I just wanted the dunk competition. That's all I look for.
Man,
Zach Levine
I
gonna
don't-
win that bitch.
Yeah.
Zach is gonna
The
win.
best dunk contest was clearly that 2016.
2016?
That 2016.
Yes,
that was
sir.
so
Who was that?
classic.
Yes, sir.
That was
They-
Zach Levine and
And
Doug,
Aaron Jordan- Aaron Jordan-
Aaron
Gordon.
Yeah, whatever.
and somebody
Yeah,
else
Doug
had some
is a
filthy
big
dunks, but those two were, man, that was such a good dunk contest.
They just talked about
And
it
I've seen a
on
lot of
NBA.
dunk contests. Like I saw
I ain't gonna
the
lie.
Jordan, Dominique. I saw those. I'm not sure my age, but I saw those dunk contests. You know what I mean? Like I've seen a lot of dunk. I saw Vince Carter and
To go out.
Vance.
I've seen every.
Nate Rob, UCLA. Nate
Yeah,
Robinson.
but that 2016 one was so.
Yeah, they were going at it. They were going at it.
That shit was
Dwight
bananas.
Howard.
That nigga Aaron Gordon jumped, and that's what I'm saying. It was just talking about that on NBA.com.
That was so
The dunk contest judges were talking about the best dunk contest, and they said 2016.
2016, bro, and I've seen all Ben, like I said.
But they were
I've
like
seen
that mascot or whatever
Oh,
that Aaron
yeah,
jumped
that
over
Aaron Gordon that
is
jumped
like
over.
7 feet tall.
Yeah,
So
and he
they were
jumped
like
over it.
Yeah,
he
That was
cleared
so
him,
quick. Yeah, he
and his
cleared him,
legs
and
was
his
like
legs
flat,
was flat.
and he put that
Well, then
bitch
he
under
put
his
over
feet
his-
and punched that hoe.
that shit.
Punched
That
it.
shit
I was
was
like,
classic.
with the left,
Hey.
that's so
Oh, yeah.
tough,
Hey,
bro.
man,
I
they
don't
put the
give a
light
shit.
skin-
That
hey,
shit
Is
is
he in it
tough.
this year?
Them was the two
Is
baddest
he
light skinned
Oh, I think he said
basketball
retired,
dunkers
didn't he, after
in the game, man.
Yeah,
I'm
he
sorry.
should honestly. He should have retired after that.
I'm
He
not
should have
saying,
went out on
because he
top.
didn't win, right?
Now they gave it to Zach.
They gave it to Zach.
And
And
so
Zach
that's
was
the one
still
thing.
playing.
Zach,
But
they did a
Zach-
half court shit.
Yeah.
Zach is
No,
crazy.
they robbed.
They
They
robbed
robbed.
Gordon.
They
Zach.
gave it
Bob
to
was
the
on
guy.
But
Zach
Yeah, so that's when he was like, he might be done with it. And so
I wouldn't do it.
who else is in it?
I have no idea.
Cassius Stanley
Oh yeah, I heard that.
and it's another rookie that plays for Indiana. Cassius Stanley plays for Indiana. Damn, what is that dude's name? some other rookie that I've honestly never heard of, but he more seems like an in-game dunker. Like, I don't know if maybe it's just in games, but in the game, the highlights they showed, I didn't see him have like insane bounce. Like Zach, you see him in games, his head's at the rim.
Yeah.
But my man was like, he's flushing in two hands, but his wrists are at the rim. Like, that's a regular dunk. You're 6'7", bro. Come on. But I don't know.
I hate to do it, guys.
Anthony Simmons. That's what I was thinking.
And then Cassius Stanley from the Pacers and Obi Toppin.
Yeah, Obi Toppin.
Yeah, from the Knicks, yeah.
Yeah. I was
never
like,
heard of none of them dudes.
Simmons
They're
is like
all
a little point
rookies.
guard.
Huh?
He's like a little small little point guard too.
Oh, Ben Simmons?
Yeah, Anthony
Simmons.
Simmons.
Anthony
Simmons. Oh, I
He's
never
small as shit.
Oh, yeah, oh,
I didn't know he was like a high flyer. I know he can dunk, but I didn't know.
he might be Spud Webb or something like that then, huh?
I think he's like
He's
6'3" or something.
I saw the Spud Webb dunk contest. That was
I know, that was true.
That's funny because Spud was talking about how he had to throw them bitches up because he can't palm the ball.
Yeah.
So he said he had to throw them bitches up.
Yeah, dude was
And
like
just put
5'7".
his
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Yeah, I remember that.
Musky balls too, but I don't think it
Yeah,
down.
I remember but one of the coldest dunkers, Seattle legend, Sean Kemp.
Oh, for sure.
Field.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
He was crazy.
and I used to see him in real life. Like, oh man, Sean Kemp was the Sonics was something. Him and Gary Payton was so good. Man, those were such good days. '96, man, some of the best days of my life, man. Like back in the club and all that. Shout out to Esquire.
That was the same year Ice Cube had a good day.
Sharkies. Shout out to Sharkies that used to be down at Shore down in Ballard, man. Oh man, all the Seattle finest, you know what I'm saying, the city legends that we used to all kick it at. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We used to, man, those were the days. That's when we used to have the finest black and light skinned girls in the town. Man. It was Little Atlanta. A lot of them moved to
Little
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
A lot of them moved to Atlanta.
They moved
A lot of them moved to
ATL.
Atlanta. A lot of them moved to ATL. A lot of them moved to
There's the
ATL.
one I want so bad.
Yeah, a lot of them moved to
She's from
ATL.
it, but she moved out.
Yeah.
If we knew we should have took it down and shut down there for the All-Star game, that'd have been crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was Atlanta to be
Now
honest.
it's all interracial.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey,
I'll
this
leave it
guy.
at that.
That's great.
Now it's only interracial.
I love it.
Shit, I'm excited for it though. I'm excited for the damn
Yeah,
thing.
me too.
Yeah, for real.
Well, shit. If it wasn't because I had to leave, but also I think we touched all the bases today.
Hey,
We definitely did.
we hope we kept y'all entertained. We hope that you watched us and listened to us. Please comment, like, subscribe.
All right.
Leave comments on things you want us to talk about.
He hit the 3-headed snake.
Yeah,
Like, comment,
You know,
subscribe.
like, comment,
That's why.
subscribe.
follow us on our socials, SEATL Pod. That's on Instagram, everything on Instagram. You know our handles will be below us on each side.
If you didn't like what we had to say, hey, let us know that
Comment,
too.
bro.
Yeah,
For
comment. Let's let us
Yeah,
know what you
honest,
like, what you
bro.
don't
The
like.
good and bad. The good and
The
bad.
good, the bad, the
is-
ugly, we wanna
is-
hear.
is how you make a connection.
We're inviting all Twitter thugs. Honestly, well, actually, no, not the Twitter thugs. Everybody except the Twitter thugs.
Okay.
Invite everybody except the Twitter thugs.
And I will want to say, if you watched our previous video that we posted, the part about the women and stuff, women, I had my first argument. I wanted to tell y'all. I told him earlier. We talked about it earlier. I had my first argument
Yeah.
about what we talked about. So I'm sorry,
I
but
mean,
it is what it is.
yeah, I mean, it's all love,
It
bro.
is what it is.
It is what it is.
It was crazy, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you
know,
got sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone has an opinion. I don't get this whole today's generation where if you don't agree with what someone says, like, they want to see you die. It's just like the whole, you know, I'm for Trump, I'm not for Trump. Like, people
the
who
cancel
don't want
culture.
for Trump.
The
Like,
cancel
if you say,
culture, yeah.
okay, I don't like Trump, and I'm like, well, you know, I don't like Trump either, but I did like that Trump supported, you know, businesses, because I got a business. Oh, you need to die.
all right, before this even gets crazy,
Like,
we about to go off. It's time to end it, man. Have a good day, man. We out there.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
SEATL.
Say that for another time.